Greetings, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for checking this one out. All right, my peeps. So I am actually under the weather right now, but as they say, the show must go on. So a couple of things I want to share with you guys. The West Indies under-19 women, they got their campaign up and running with a victory, getting the better of Ireland. Plus, we would have seen Virat Kohli earlier this morning getting another magnificent century. Gonna talk about that. Plus, we're gonna talk a little bit of UFC. Don't know how many of you guys follow the UFC, but you know, news broke earlier this morning that they are actually parting ways with their undisputed heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. And I want to tell you, he's actually one of the people that, you know, he's a crowd puller, if you want to put it that way. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But as per usual, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe. All right, so West Indies under-19 women got their thing up and running earlier this morning with a victory. You know, they were able to get by Ireland by 6 runs. So we batted first and scored 125 for 3. 125 for 3. So not losing a lot of wickets, but as you can imagine, chewing up a lot of dot balls. Now, our top scorer was Zayda James. You know, she was excellent with bat and she proved to be very, very useful with ball. Also, she got 52 from 57 with 8 fours under her belt. She was supported by Najani, who got 21 runs. So that those were the two players that really put together the thing for us, as we got 125 for 3. Now, Ireland, they tried their best, but they were actually restricted to 119 for 7. Therefore, giving the West Indies women victory by 6 runs actually. So, you know, good to see the West Indies women getting their campaign up and running with a victory. And the chief destroyer with the ball for us was the same James. You know, she took 4 for 21 from her 4 overs. So a very good all-round performance there from young James. So it's always good when you are in a tournament to get your first victory. And it's good that the first victory came in this game here. So, you know, the women will definitely be looking to put on a good show. And if you even look at the West Indies senior team right now, we are struggling. You know, we would have lost a couple of our senior players over the last couple of months. And even the senior players that are there, some of them just coming back from injury. So, you know, it would be good to see some of the ladies perform extremely well in this tournament, so they can go on and step up and fill some of the gaps in the senior team. So shout out to the ladies. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is India versus Sri Lanka in their third and final ODI game. India winning that game quite comprehensively by 317 runs. Yes, you're hearing me right. 317 runs, therefore securing the series 3-0. So India, they made 390 for 5 and they bowled out Sri Lanka for 73 runs. 73 runs. So 390 is what India made, and it was on the back of a couple of centuries. You know, former captain Virat Kohli getting 166 from 110 deliveries not out. So Virat Kohli basically getting back to his best. Just the other day we had a century from him, and to see him getting another century here is looking good. You understand, teams will definitely be looking, because the next ODI World Cup will be in India. And if India is if Virat Kohli is getting these sort of runs now, teams will be definitely be looking, because, you know, they are going to say in his home conditions, getting back in form, definitely going to be tough. So 166 for 10 not out he got. Shubman Gill got 116 of 97 deliveries. So, you know, Shubman Gill definitely showing that the selectors were right for getting him in instead of Ishan Kishan. Don't know if I should say that still, because Ishan Kishan in his last match got a double century. So those were the two top scorer. Captain Rohit Sharma got 42, while Shirish Iyer had 38. And that is how it went. The wicket takers there, Asaranga, he wasn't able to pick up any this time around. Kumara, he had 2 wickets as the Sri Lankas found it extremely difficult. And in chasing that, they started losing wickets from the get-go. 73 all out of 22 overs, definitely not where Sri Lanka want to be. You understand? Their top scorer was Fernando with 19 runs. You understand? So top scorer getting only 19 runs. And Mohamed Siraj, he was the danger man there, getting 4 for 32. He was supported by Mohamed Shami, who had 2 for 20, while Yadav had 2 for 16. So, India definitely showing that they are still a force to be reckoned with. So, India taking that one by 317 runs, and Virat Kohli there getting man of the match. So shout out to Mr. Kohli there. All right, just before we jump out, my peeps, just want to talk to you guys a little bit about the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Champion. That would fall under the umbrella of sport, right? So you don't know we're going to cover it. Now, earlier this morning, news came out that they are actually releasing their heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou. And I want to tell my peeps, he's definitely one of those guys that pull the crowd when he's fighting. The heaviest hitting champion right now, or the heaviest hitter in the UFC. And based on what Dana is saying, that's the owner of UFC, they have been negotiating for over 2 years as relates to a good deal. And based on what they are saying, Francis actually turned down the deal, which would have made him the highest paid UFC fighter in history, higher than people like John Jones, higher than Brock Lesnar, higher than Alistair Overeem, all of these guys. Obviously he was saying to himself that, well, even if I am going to become the highest paid fighter ever, that still does not match up to my worth right now. So they released a statement this morning that they are going to be releasing him, and he can do whatever he wants, go wherever he wants to fight. They're not going to be competing against anything. So I don't know my viewers and subscribers. Sometimes they say you cut off your nose to spite your face. We don't know which one of the parties will suffer where this is concerned. And they were actually lining up a fight for him to take on UFC legend John Jones. But we're going to wait on Francis's camp to hear what they have to say about the whole situation. We don't know, my viewers and subscribers, whether or not this deal is something that would have been good base and the crowd that he's able to pull. So we're gonna have to wait and see, my peeps. Big up on yourself and stay. Oh, remember, we go live this evening at 6. Even though I am a bit under the weather, haven't gotten a chance to go live in a little while, so we'll go live and have a chat. Zane, big up on yourself.